Started with Moed, 13th negative confession, said, I will not sow seed of regrets. That is the 13th negative confession of Moed. I will not sow seeds of regret. So don't do anything that you think you're going to regret. Okay, now I'm going to start this with Leviticus, the 24th chapter. And this is the 10th verse. And it's read like this. And the son of an Israelitess woman. Israelitess, that's something like Blackish. The TV show Blackish. When you're black, but not really black, because there's a mixture of others in you. So, and the son of a Israelitess woman, whose father was an Egyptian. That's why she was called Israelitess, because her father was an Egyptian. Went out among the children of Israel, and this son of the Israelitess woman and a man of Israel strove together in the camp. And the Israelitess woman son blasphemed the name of the Lord and cursed. And they brought him unto Moses. And his mother's name was Shelomith, the daughter of Debri of the tribe of Dan. And they put him in ward, that the mind of the Lord might be showed him. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Bring forth him that has cursed without the camp, and let all that heard him lay their hands upon his head, and let all the congregations stone him. Now that's the Lord. As through words could harm him. Now, why did the Lord let other people do his dirty work? Why didn't he just strike the man down, the son of the Israelitess woman? Why did not he strike the man down? As if words could hurt him. But he was acting like the godfather in a mafia game. He ordered others to do his dirty work. Okay, I can see where words is very important. That's trying to stress the importance of words. I grant you that. Words are important. But here go Ecclesiastes. If I could get Ecclesiastes, 12th chapter. And the 13th verse says, Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. Now that God is ruling by fear. Is that the same God that say, let not your heart be troubled? Is that the same one where the people said, God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind? That's the same God? The same God who say perfect love casts out all fear. It must be a different God. Or when they say, I shall fear no evil, the Lord's Prayer saying, I shall fear no evil. The Lord is my shepherd. And then it said, I shall fear no evil. Well, if you fear no evil, why should you fear good? Why should you fear good and fear no evil? Okay, now it's the main topic. I'm going to get back to this. Isaiah, the 19th chapter and the 19th chapter and the 20th chapter. The Hebrew Israelites tried to prove that they are the black Hebrews, the original Israelites, like Fulton, Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Well, I quote Isaiah, the 19th and the 20th chapter of Isaiah, Isaiah. And it says about the captivity of Egypt and Ethiopia. In the year a Tartan came upon Ashdod, when Sargon, the king of Assyria, sent him and fought against Ashdod and took it. At the same time spake the Lord by Isaiah the son of Amoz, saying, Go and loose the sackcloth from off thy loins, and put off thy shoe from thy foot. And he did so, walking naked and barefoot. And the Lord said, Like as my servant Isaiah hath walked naked and barefoot 3 years, for a sign and wonder upon Egypt and upon Ethiopia, so shall the king of Assyria lead away the Egyptians prisoners and the Ethiopians captives, young and old, naked and barefoot, even with their buttocks uncovered, to the shame of Egypt. Now, we came over here naked with our buttocks uncovered, to the shame of Egypt. It's called Egyptian, but we are really Mizrahims. The Assyrians and the Persians and Greeks gave that land the name of Egypt and Egyptians. But it was Mizraim, the land of Ham. So I said all that I've said to prove that God, there's one God in that Bible who seemed to hate us, hate Egypt, and he must have been black himself, because there was no white people with that type of power in those days. Definitely not any that you can call a God. They came in power much, much later, like last couple of thousand years, 2 or 3 thousand years ago. But as Mizrahims, we have to come back to our power and to our greatness and to whom we really are. And we are This is our time now. The time to come back into power, to come back into greatness, to rule the world once again. To do away with sin, sins like homosexuality, prostitution, violence against each other, sickness and disease, hatred, even of an own parent or one own child. And I especially hate molestation of a child or a pimp who try to coerce a woman to do filthy things. So we establish our world in peace and power and might. As I repeat the 13th negative confession, I will not sow the seed of regret. So don't do anything that you will regret. Think before you leap. Consider all of your actions and your behavior. Did you really have to have sex with that man who was almost a stranger? Or with that woman just for lust's sake? Did you really have to fight that person who is your brother, not your biological brother? Did you really have to disrespect your mother and father? Did you really have to take drugs or try to get others to take drugs? Did you really have to steal? I will not sow any seed of regret. Did you really have to say those hurtful words to someone? Hurtful words. And on the YouTube, there are a lot of people saying hurtful words unnecessarily, but they are bitter, very bitter. They feel unloved and unloving. Stop it.